Hey everyone, this is David Black of Social Masters for the Love 'Em or Leave 'Em Advice Panel video series. This week's video is: you want to wait to have sex, he's ready now, should you give in? Well, I've got a few things to say on this regard. First of all, I don't really believe in withholding things in a relationship to try and manipulate the other person's behaviour. I think as soon as you try and cross that line in a relationship, it goes from a position of mutual respect and trust, and it crosses the wrong kind of grey area. It goes into the wrong side of the grey area, in the sense that if you're being manipulative, you're not really being honest with someone, you're trying to influence their behaviours in an underhanded kind of way. It's not really a good thing. Doesn't make for the foundation of a strong relationship, in my opinion. So I would say, if he wants to have sex and you don't, perhaps you've got to look at the relationship and say, well, why don't you want to have sex? Sex is natural. It's a beautiful thing between two people who are really into each other. It doesn't have to be a huge deal. I think a lot of girls make it into a much bigger deal than it is, for fears of being labelled too easy, for fears of catching something. But if you take the relevant precautions, then that doesn't matter. I mean, as for the fears of appearing too easy in your friends, I mean, do they really even need to know about it? It doesn't really. You don't have to go about broadcasting your personal life that happens behind closed doors in your bedroom to anyone. So I think in that regard, if you're really into the guy, he's really into you obviously, then just chill out and take things as it comes. Don't try and manipulate things, but again, don't let him have it too easy. Don't just be a pushover, because for one, if you manipulate, like I said, the foundation of your relationship could potentially be compromised. But also, if there's no challenge in it for him, then he's going to lose interest anyway, because if anything, we always want what's kind of slightly out of reach to us. So if it's too easy, you make yourself too available to him, then he's going to lose interest, and that could also harm your relationship to as much of, if not more of an extent, than manipulation side of things can. So you've got both ends of the extreme, and obviously bring them together in the middle ground. You've got the ideal situation where you're not manipulating things, but you're also not just being an absolute pushover and basically jumping into bed on the first night you meet someone. So really, every situation is different. You've got to play it by ear and see which way you want to take things. So that's what I think on the situation. This is David Black for the Love 'Em or Leave 'Em Advice Panel series. Catch you next week.